Oh no. Oh no.
Clap activated tampons. Okay, yep, this is going well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Do you ever feel not so diggy fresh down there?
Anyway. Clap activated tampons aside, I shall just tweet out the stream. Let people know what
they
they're
never
missing.
go aside. They only go in and out and all about. What? Hi. Yes.
Haha.
Ha ha.
Typing intensifies.
Now we just have to wait for Twitter to reload for me.
Reload!
Oh, the agonizing wait!
Oh,
it's so
64
heavy.
noises. And that. Emin, good evening. Of course, we have the Lisbon lampshade. I know how to just say. And, oh yes. So this week, we had a bit of self-proclaimed exciting news from the Eurovision bubble, where they were like, oh, stay tuned, we're going to announce something exciting. And then just like, oh, hey, you know how there's only kind of one city in Portugal? Yeah, we're going to host the contest there next year. Wow.
What?
Nobody is surprised by this. Also, ginger Pepsi. I'm sorry, Bepsi. From a Coca-Cola glass, except both of those broke, so never mind. Put that on my TV tropes page. But yes, how do?
That sounded like an Americanism right there.
Which one?
Put that in your TV tropes page and smoke it.
Yes, smoke TV every day.
Yes.
Anyway, before we start, I had a couple of predictions that I appended to my list from before, and I don't remember what they were, except I know I thought more about my dumb idea about, oh hey, Junko's gonna come back from the dead, and was there anything else that I thought about? Because I thought about a lot of things lately.
5 stages of grief.
Oh yeah, so, case 1, Makoto can't believe that Sayaka was going to double-cross him. Case 2, Mondo got angry with Chihiro. Case 3, Celeste made a deal. Case 4, everyone's sad. Case 5, everyone just kind of accepts death. I don't know. Speaking of accepting death, I should probably open the game. That would be a very good place to start. Steam had to have a little think about that. Are you quite well, Steam? Are you functioning like a function? That does sound promising. Okay, yes, it does indeed appear to be working. But is Austin working?
What?
Well, that was just glorious. Good morning.
Okay, I can't match that. Not on demand, anyway. Give me 5 hours and I'll out the studio.
Good evening. Anyway, that's working, that's working, this is working. Mary is in here, but she's asleep. And she's purring, oh my god, that's precious. I can literally put my hand to her side and I can feel her purring. Ah yes, Danganronpa, all pussy all the time. Anyway. Pardon me while I
Baki is still here. Oh wait, no, you're right. All pussy all the time.
Haha.
Oh.
Hee haha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful.
Well,
all
life
the
is
time,
beautiful
and I'll
all
be
the time, and I'll be happy to see
Yes,
those
you
nice
got
young
the
men.
reference! Thank you!
Does no one know that song these days? That's sad.
I can't remember whether it's Napoleon the 14th or the 16th, though. There have been a lot of Napoleons in my time. Anyway, shall we start?
Oh yeah, what?
Oh, Austin, you and your food.
Oh, you Americans and your need to eat. How
Honestly.
quaint.
Honestly, over here in
Meanwhile,
Britain, we all
we
just
Britainlanders
photosynthesize.
have we Britainlanders have learned how to siphon our nutrients through the air. Oh, when will you ever catch up to us, America?
Dear, oh
The
dear.
answer is never.
And in case the stream title didn't update, I blame you, Hina. Although not for like murderous reasons. I feel like my theory for this case is they want to make us think that like I don't know, it'll be between like Toko and Byakuya because he's a dick. Oh, I am not in the zone this evening. But like they're gonna make us think it's between like 2 or 3 people, and then it's just gonna be Hina because she was close to Sakura, and therefore that'd be the biggest knife twist, except it didn't look like a knife was involved this time, but that's my prevailing theory, and we shall see what happens.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
Yes, I think you're the one who did the diddly dirty deed. Look at you holding the door like it's a weapon.
I would love to see her just start swinging the door. Alright, nobody move!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh wait, the door was locked from the inside, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then we punched through the window and it wasn't locked, it was jammed in place with a chair. So it didn't technically count as breaking down a door.
So how did the murderer get out?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Clearly it was collusion. With an ass cork. Because large hard-on colluder in Switzerland. And Brian Cox. Penis! There you go, brought it full circle. Oh, that is not where I thought that text box was going. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was a girl? Checking for a dick or a reaction? Just bearing in mind the last time Sakura was involved with a body inspection. That's a face. You see, maybe... Not really, we just started. Maybe it's just because she is like she's my prediction, but like she's already acting way shadier than in previous cases. I mean, yes, she's just...
Yeah. Well, then again, her best friend just got poisoned from inside a room that was locked from the inside with a chair. So I mean,
that's true. This is a shame. I liked Sakura.
I mean, we're getting to the point where it's like, oh, but I like that character. She's been great for the past 3. Yes, but somebody has to die.
That's just how the game works. Time passed. A very worthwhile text box there, Makoto. Oh, I'm sorry, Makoto, because Japan. Because voice actors can Japan.
Are they calling him Makoto? This doesn't look like Kansas anymore to me, Makoto.
Oh, they actually... I'm pointing at the screen. In the background there, they dealt with the section of window that's been pooped away.
Yes.
I see.
Ah, yes. That's how they broke it down. Of course.
Ah, the scaling triangle. I'm still holding on to that.
Interesting.
Well, I guess we're all here.
Huh? It's your fault!
Do we know that, Hina? That's a bold claim to be making, considering that I accuse, based on no evidence at all. You know, like that one joke that I saw on Tumblr. What's red and isn't there? No tomatoes. You're not wrong, I guess.
What?
Funny you should say that, Byakuya. You alright there, Austin?
I'm just very confused why she would jump to those 3 people in particular.
Oh, because Makoto's so nice, and Tokyo Scissorhands still has character development, so she can't be a murderer.
Oh, how fortunate that she... Ooh, yeah, this is weird.
What the heck?
Like 2 seconds in and I'm already very confused.
Come on.
My little murder flyer. See, that sounds more like a euphemism for penis than it does autopsy report.
It's the Monokuma file!
Hold on.
And even Monokuma's going on about how she has boobs now.
Oh, murder flyer. That's good. That's good because it murders your fly when it.
Say what?
Right? Yeah. I'm cool. I make the sex jokes, yo.
Yeah,
In other words,
Oh, it's a lion. It's a big lion.
Holy shit.
hey,
Well, it's true. I mean, we did see Sakura fighting Monokuma, and it was a fairly even poop.
well done. What is this?
Why? Are you looking to cash in on that, Hina? I am just going to spend the entire chapter accusing her, and then when it eventually turns out that oh, it was actually the floorboards in a room.
She was an accomplice.
In a room full of tiled floors, and I'll just be like, oh, I should have pointed the finger at someone else. But before you get all pissy potty,
Shing!
I mean, that is what you do with them half of the time.
well, what? Hang on.
this?
Accuse someone or piss in a potty?
How about accusing someone of pissing in a potty?
Ooh. Now, did I ever tell you the story of the perfumed shit? Because I know I've brought it up before, but I don't know if I ever actually told the story.
So you ate perfume as a child and digested it badly?
Oh, no. This is like... I was living about 10 at the time. And we were at my grandparents' house, and some of my cousins were staying in like various rooms upstairs, and there was a potty in there. One of them had shat in the potty, and so another, like the cousins from my father's other sister and I went upstairs and like, oh, that is a turd, and so we just sort of sprayed perfume at it. That's that entire story.
Anyway,
Funny how just then, like, I know I'm consciously reading stuff into this now, but if you want to be angry at Sakura's killer. Camera immediately pans to Hina. Oh yeah, no one can guard Sakura's body because Sakura's dead.
What?
And now she wants to be alone with the body. Ah, sospechoso! Oh good,
What?
Tokyo Scissorhands. Oh snap! Boy, are you looking to catch another slap across that smug little face of yours. Sell me a fucking SD card and be on your fucking way.
that's fine.
Miss with that is, then it's sedated. Let's begin. What begins by putting a woman on a table?
What?
Oh wow, she's laying down the law. Well, hang on, even Yasuhiro, but Nick, what's he gonna have done with his sea urchin ass head? Huh? Did he just look at her funny and then she went, oh?
It's your fault! I won't forgive you.
Stop.
And then the game crashed again for a moment.
I don't know if I would even call that a crash.
Well, it did, it stopped for a second and repeated, and then continued. It does that
It just
sometimes.
really makes me nervous every time I hear you say that. It's like, oh god, what's it doing now?
It's always the same thing, and like, if I didn't mention it, it wouldn't be noticeable. I know nothing of Yu-Gi-Oh, so if that helps Elliot, then...
It's all clear now.
I think he's playing into that exact same trope. For the record, Kaiba's basically the Shadow the Hedgehog of the Yu-Gi-Oh series.
Oh, well,
Or the Gary Oak, actually, but better written.
Oh!
Is that even an O-Snap? I don't know if that's O-Snap worthy.
It's definitely not O-Slap territory.
Calm down.
I mean, Gary was here, Astra's a loser.
Hey,
He's so pro, he got 10 out of 8 badges in Kanto.
correct.
See, I love that. I want to just imagine he, like, flew in a private jet to other gyms just so he could get more badges.
Like, the only reason way you could even do that is that one that people can't agree on the pronunciation of.
Listen.
I always pronounced it Unova. Unova sounds silly to me. I know it makes more sense, but no. But I did object to it when it was first announced because, oh, it's another region.
Well,
Not funny.
well, you know, the one. Okay, no, my humor gland still is failing. Never mind. I'll get it back later.
Yeah, better that than you whipping out your glands on stream. Also, there's red stuff on the floor and blood isn't red. We've established there's blood all the way over there.
I bet there is blood in this case. Why? Should you drink poison? Ooh.
Maybe it's like rose petals or something.
Ooh.
It's just like, whoops. And then that's just it. That's her last word. It's just oops. Or like, I don't know, like throwing a bottle of urine at someone and being like, thus with a piss I die. And then she just collapses. That's like a really terrible Shakespeare joke. Oh, so it's a strong blow to the head. So not poison then. No other injuries. Okay, so from that sentence alone, I'm like, okay, so she was hit to the head, but no other injuries, which suggests there wasn't a struggle, which suggests a surprise attack. Oh, so there was poison, but it wasn't the poison that finished her off. Fascinating. With an umlaut on the A for no reason.
Confusing.
Meow.
So,
With an umlaut on the using.
Just two giant dots.
Yeah. You know, like in the stereograms. If you stare at it long enough, the word becomes 3D.
Oh. Oh, yes. And welcome, Arturo. Caldera, cool last name because that's also the name of a thing underneath a supervolcano that explodes when the volcano goes up. You know, when the volcano just sort of rises. Anyway.
When my volcano rises.
I think Elliot's basically got the same gist of what I'm thinking. Someone poisoned Sakura to such an extent that she could be taken out easily, but then not enough for her to... Well, I don't think the killer barred the door. I think that will have been Sakura's doing after she knew that, oh, well, I tried, I guess I'm probably gonna die. Oh well, might as well bar myself in. Well, I mean, I was going to say, didn't we already have a locked room murder? I mean, isn't that kind of what the first case was?
Hey.
Kind of?
that's fine.
I mean... Maybe? I don't know. Why are you asking me?
So, apparently there are 4 types of locked room murder. Clearly this took place in that one place down the chimney for, in Luigi's Mansion. Which I could swear there are 2 rooms like that, and apparently not.
There's a second treasure room, it's just that it's,
In other words,
like, obtained a different way, or found
It's not
a different
the
way.
mouse hole one, is it?
It is.
But I can swear there's 2 that you get through the roof.
however,
Give me a minute, because I feel like... Well, no, because on the other side of the roof is the key.
it's true.
I think it's actually the key to Sue P's room, which is... Anyway,
In other words,
I'm getting distracted. What did I miss?
Tokyo Scissorhands is explaining the types of locked room murder. And that... If it's Hina, then that fits, except we had to break into the room, so that doesn't quite fit.
it's true. In other words,
I think she wants us to think that that's what this is, but I don't think it is. You know, some people think that that is how it be, but it don't.
indeed.
So yeah, I think that Sakura's type of death is a slow burn kind of deal. So she would be the one who barred the door
That's
from
true.
the inside. I think the killer hadn't intended to lock the room. Because like that would just make the room more suspicious. TBH. Oh, by the way, I had a thing today. Oh, you fuckers are still in here. Well, I doubt you. You're okay. You're an asshole. You just hide behind the happy sun face there. There we go. That's an improvement. Ooh, a Spanish case. No. What's the word for this? I was going to say handkerchief. Apparently it's a wrapper. Clearly it's a Spanish case.
Un casa? Oh no, wait, that's house.
Castle. With an O.
Ah, yes, the male house. See it in the wild as it roars its mating call.
Yo, ding dong.
Bum 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 bum.
So Hina has a monopoly on sweets, and yet Sakura had a sweet with her. Oh, well, never mind then. Oh, Hina. Wait, how do we know that the sweet looked like that? God. See, Elliot's thinking goodly, but this... Rose petals? Oh, glass? No, they're just... Wait, hang on. There's a thing in a game that has red shards like that, and I don't remember what they are. Oh, never mind, it's a bootle.
The first thing I think of is rose petals.
See, me too. I think it was 2015. Might have been... Yeah, it will be 2015. After Valentine's Day, I went and bought a plastic container of fake rose petals because they were on offer, and I'm like, I hate Valentine's Day because they keep selling cute shit, and I love cute shit. And is that meant to be a horse or a knight from chess? Or is it just Monokuma with a horse for a dick?
That's what I was...
Looks like a seahorse. Seahorse.
Some folks have pythons. I have a horse.
Poo hoo hoo.
Oh, bother. That's the one voice I can't do, so I'm
Makoto, what you paying attention? She vomited some blood. Except it's pink. Pinked. Oh, there's more glass. Protein X, of course.
So...
She died from the drank.
wrong.
It cured her of being alive. So this was obtained from the chemistry lab. It's
Just a
almost
second.
like we were specifically told, hey, they have this stuff in the chemistry lab.
Hey,
There's glass around the can. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Oh, but they're underneath the can. Well, that implies that either it was dropped after we broke the window, or not all those shards are from the window.
so...
Why, thank you, Tokyo Scissorhands, for working out what a truth bullet probably should be.
Ooh.
Ooh, a chair. Oh, wait, no, that's just the chair. Okay, Bacula, what do you have to say then? Boy!
Oh, so that basically confirms what kind of locked room scenario this was. I mean, it's cute that they introduced them all. It's very anime of them.
It's true.
Well, it's all been good saying that Tokyo Scissorhands, but she was poisoned. And, yeah, she was taken by surprise because there's no sign of a struggle.
Certainly.
And if they got into a fight with ultimate martial artists, there's fucking neon signs in this room. At least one of them would have been shattered.
What the heck?
I'm sorry, were you giggling?
I won't forgive you.
I'm just appreciating that because the first thing I was thinking was it was like some rare kind of mushroom. And then I realized it's just shatter-tattered. But like...
What?
Less pretentious.
Sort of like, Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh. Well, okay then. See, I was going to mention from Knuckle Scoutix Versus, but I don't remember what it is that I said. It's just I know I was making reference to a YouTube poop that took some audio from Mighty Number 9 and extended Jiminy into Jimina Miminy. Good times. Except not, because it's Mighty Number 99.
Denied. Like
Oh,
anime
lives in a
fan on
pineapple, under the
Fortnite.
pineapple, under the pineapple. Well, so she died at noon after sending notes to 3 people. And she didn't expect to die? That's how these cases work. You send someone a note, and then there's a murder. And Makoto goes to sleep.
What?
Like, don't give people notes. They will turn into truth bullets, and for there to be truth bullets, there must be a murder. Thing is,
You're
I'm saying
wrong.
all this about Hina and how I suspect her. Real talk, I think she will have mercy killed Sakura as opposed to being like, there, stab. Well, she couldn't have stabbed her because there wasn't a stab wound. But you know,
yes, the classic vampire way to do things. There.
Damn it, horse vampire. There. Okay, Bacula, I have a subject to discuss with you. Every time I try to do the Hunger Games thing, it comes out as The Price is Right. Oh, no, Jeopardy. That too. See, that's one thing. I feel as though Byakuya is too stupid to, like, no, well, yes, but he's not stupid enough to become a killer until there's, like, only 1 or 2 people left besides him. And he can't be a victim because no matter what he does, he'd take Toko with him as, like a royal poison tester or, like, someone to take the bullet for, like a meat shield. That's the word I'm looking for. So he's going to be in it for the long haul. So he got, like, he basically said he thought what I was saying before. How, oh, a note. I'm not going to follow this note, it's going to result in murder, so he didn't do the thing. Good boy.
Woof woof.
Come on.
Implying that I would give this fucker a bone?
Oh god, is that what that song was about after all this time? I just realized.
Also,
Ew.
why does Sakura look so, like, her in the chair is like this watercolor painting and everyone else is still anime style.
That must mean we can't interact with her.
She's not on an animation layer.
There we go.
Oh no, it's a high budget studio! Makoto, how can you... We literally discovered a room full of poison last time. How are you not making the connection here? It's like that time that we all saw Leon written on the wall and it took him until the trial to figure out what it said.
I kind of prefer if they're just like, wow, it looks like she ate a lot of blood before she died.
Pulling a Hifumi. King shame Hifumi. Even in death.
Naturally.
Are you accusing me of looking at her boobs? But yes, it was the... Tokyo, do you have anything to add to the conversation? Nope, you're just saying more words. But she will have been
Certainly.
poopled. Oh, there's more bottles. We found where the bottle came from. And they have other chess pieces in. Were these always here? Hang on a minute. There's space for 6 bottles here, and we've only accounted for 1. And... yeah. Wait, hang on. How many... yeah. There's room for 1 of every type of chess piece, and we have the rook and the bishop, and... I can never remember which one's the king and which one's queen, so I'm going to say that's the king, 'cause it's got the cross on it.
That's the king.
Yeah, so... we've seen the knight, which was used in the murder. So where's the queen?
So...
It's a ship in a bottle. Oh yeah, how did the pieces get in there also? There's only one thing that I know about that whole industry of bottles, and that's when they have cider that has a pear or an apple already inside the bottle, and they literally just put a bottle over the tree branch as the fruit is growing. I remember seeing it on Wow, It's Made. Celestine, good evening. The Yas Queen Slayer Tiger. Sakura, rather. Sakura's been dead for a while. Well, okay. Here's a dumb idea. What if she was hit by 2 bottles and then... oh. I was going to be dumb, but that's a thought. What if she was hit on the head by 1 person who was then like, oh shit. And then they wiped it up and disposed of it, and then someone else came in and had the same idea, and she got hit twice, and that's why there's 2 bottles, we can only account for 1 of them.
Now you're like building like a Monty Python sketch where everyone just walks in, grabs a bottle, smashes her on the head, and leaves.
That's basically this one.
That's next!
I could believe it. Handprints? Someone's been having quinquay sex in a locker.
Why?
Well, clearly someone was in there.
It's
Someone touched a butt in a contest like this. someone was... But... No. Makoto, think about what you're saying. So there are... 7 of us all together, right? And then so Sakura died, so that's 6. Hina came and got us, herself, and Tokyo Scissorhands, and then, after we discovered the body, left to find Toko, Byakuya, and Hiro. So no one could have been hiding in there. Bearing in mind, we found Hina outside of the room, and it was locked from the inside, so there was no way she could have locked it from the inside and then got out.
Wrong.
Thank you,
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, is that the angle this room's at? I thought that... Wow. I thought that the door was, like, on that wall on the right. Like, everything in the room is at a different angle. Like, oh, game, don't do this.
Indeed.
Clearly it was Leon, though, obviously. No, I think that this is going to be one of those ruses where someone was hiding in there, and then they left before the actual death. Bearing in mind... Oh... Bearing in mind, the 3 people that Sakura invited, and Hina, like, they couldn't all have been here at the same time at the time of death, otherwise the body announcement would have gone off sooner. Also, what else is there until... what? How could I... There is a kluk. Will that help at all? It's around 1 o'clock. It's been a while. It's actually 8:30, so... 0 out of 10, game not accurate enough. And what else is there? There's the door. I could try to leave. It's not a locked door, which means that we can't be killed for breaking it open.
Is that how that works?
Yes. So... yeah. I think Sakura will have blocked herself in afterwards. But the kill... in my mind, there's no way the killer could have been in here.
Listen.
I mean, when we discovered it anyway.
So then...
Like, oh, you finished your thing? Ding, 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 time for the trial. Wait, shit, it's only been an hour since the body died. The body died. The body died. Oh my god, guys, the body died. We've solved the science.
Ding dong, the body died.
What does the corpse say?
Oh god! It was just silence with the occasional cricket.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Show me the note. Wait, you ripped it up. Show me the piece of your note and then make me do like a puzzle minigame to put them back together. Wub, wub, wub.
And it spells Emma! What?
Ah.
I won't forgive you.
I like how, if we're thinking of the same puzzle here, that works in both English and Japanese, because in English it's like Amy versus I am, and then in Japanese it's like child versus kanji that can be spelled the other way around and spell something else. Like,
Hey.
begin, if you spell it backwards, is table woman. Or if you separate it out anyway.
Certainly.
Also, having a moment here, do I need to just... Okay, I can leave, it's just not by clicking on the door.
I've never had so many random responses I could have given to something to the point where I've been exasperated and unable to come up with any. So I'm just gonna say... that's tablist, Tess?
Excuse you, it's tabist.
Tabist. Say bitch! Sorry, go on.
I pressed it to ding.
You know?
Hero, I trust you. You have a sea urchin for a head and we've dated 4 times. You wouldn't lie to me, right?
What? Could it be?
Yes, I am the ultimate soul. Wild soul, it's rushing through my body, and my wild soul is meant to keep me trying, so pardon me while I pull out my weave and then come last in 2014. Why? That was a brilliant song, Moldova. What?
I mulled over that one for a while, yep.
Ah!
I'm just gonna keep doing it. It's never gonna end.
No. Now, I think I've shown it to you, Austin, but there is a...
Actually...
There was a a tweet from a guy on Twitter that I follow, Mr. Hayden. He's good with his comics, and
Don't look at me!
and one tweet from ages ago was, in all block capitals, I just tried to unlock my house with my car keys. Was I going to take the house for a drive? Vroom vroom ding dong.
I mean, it's a valid concern.
Hey, come on.
Good. Well done, hero. You are terrible at lying.
Huh?
You got a candy wrapper. You did meet with Sakura. I've been reading your dialogue whilst talking about
Hey, come
ding
on.
dong.
What?
You did went. You done did do going. Hero, I don't accuse you, but please. Once again, if I did stream raids, last time was ass cork, this time it's all about the vroom vroom ding dong. Vroom vroom ding dong, and a burning fake piano. I have my theories about you, Miss Enoshima, if that even is your real name. Hold on a fuck. Okay, now is absolutely not the time. And once again, this is 90% confirmation bias on my side. But that pixel portrait of her, right? There's a pixel on the right that's black and on the left it's white. But on her actual portrait, didn't she just have a big ribbon on this one side? Like, all the others are accurate. Why is this one like that?
She's actually Monokuma! Or something. I don't know.
I could believe it. Did I just walk past all the other doors? Well, I mean, yes, I did. Shut up. But, like, I have my theories about Junko, and this is absolutely not the chapter to think about it, but, I was trying to explain my irrational decision that, oh, yeah, she's gonna come back from the dead. Hello again, Toko. And it's like, well,
Who's there?
what if the Junko that we originally met wasn't really Junko? But then that leads down an entire rabbit hole of speculation, and now is not the time.
The jungle was a dream all along.
There is only Nightmare Junko!
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something.
God damn it. Oh, Lozzie, good evening. Lozzie, while you're here, how do you feel about burritos and sausages? Not together, but just conceptually.
Oh, we put them together over here all the time.
Dough. And there was something else as well, and I forget what.
What do you want?
Welcome to America, where we put cheeseburgers inside our cheeseburgers inside our cheeseburgers.
On a pizza. Where the dough is made of fried chicken.
Well...
Why are they all lying about being invited by Sakura? Just tell the truth.
Perhaps they're worried about a guilt by association clause.
Yeah, but they're not associated. They just went to a party, and then someone died at the party.
You don't know that.
So great. The big twist of this chapter is everyone's lying about everything. Well... Oh yeah, we do need to probably look at the chemistry lab. Oh, that was a turn. Okay, so now I just want to spitball about Junko for a bit, because, like, I know that this is absolutely, like it's probably going to be wrong, like all my other predictions. Sarcasm, question mark. But, actually, I should point out while I was still in there, but, like, this is a whole sort of train of thought. And it's, like, probably somewhere along the way, it derails and just ends up into weird hypothesizing on my part. But, like, so... my original 4 predictions for this chapter onwards, one of them was, oh, Junko's gonna come back from the dead because lols. And so I've been trying to find ways that might make sense. And I know that I've been, like, confirmation biasing my way through the evidence so far, but, like, hang on, where the fuck are the stairs? I do this on this floor every single time. And, like, my thinking is, it would make sense if the Junko that we met and that died at the beginning wasn't really Junko Enoshima. So if that's the case, then that immediately, like, explains where the 16th student was. She was right there, and then Junko was elsewhere. But then, like, from there, I'm like, but where would Junko have been staying? There are only 15 rooms on the floor of the dormitory. But I'm like, wait a minute, there's 15 bedrooms on the ground floor of the dormitory. There's still an upstairs that we can't even get to. But then, why is she out there and out of the way, and the pixel art on her door is wrong, and what does that say about the Junko that died? Why would she die? Like, if she, if she was pretending to be Junko, surely she would have to prioritize being alive to continue pretending to be Junko? So clearly this is all an overblown theory, and it's not going to make any sense whatsoever, but like...
Until it does!
Oh, please. Oh, good.
I know how your mind works, you time traveler.
I don't know how my mind works, so please explain.
It's like Raiden from Mortal Kombat 9, who apparently at the end of the worst game in the series decided that because the game sucked so much, he'd send a message to himself in the past so that Mortal Kombat 9 is actually Mortal Kombat's 1 through 3, but with Raiden fucking it up every turn. That's about it. And so... And it's dumb, too. Do you know anything about the plot of any of the Mortal Kombat games?
Nope. And Lozzie, oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, a bottle of C4. Carry on.
Oh, it's just, okay, if you're trying to send a message to yourself in the past, trying to clarify how to save the world, and the only words that you send back in time are, "He must win." Don't you think your past self might get a little confusing when there's like a bajillion tournaments? Constantly?
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, clearly, I'd be like, Bulgaria has to win Eurovision 2017. And then they didn't,
yes.
And then everyone died. Source of the powder. Best truth bullet ever. Oh no, there's teapots. Not teapots, footsteps. That's what they're called. Footprints. Yes.
Footprints!
Teapot!
Bomb! I'm so happy bomb's actually a thing now. I'm so sad bomb is what it is, though.
What?
But teapot and garbage will remain my favourites. Especially teapot. That's the one that made me have giggles.
Well, I mean, you're British. It kind of does things to you just to think about tea.
Well, yes. It's true. It does.
Aha,
I've been at work the past 2 days, and I kept getting tea. And also, someone did Mambo number 5 in the powder.
I see.
But I'm trying to make sense of like the order of steps here. There is like either someone jumped out or someone walked backward. Someone walk backward, man.
Someone walk backward, man.
I feel the rush in my body, see me moving. Feeling happy, baby, watch me when I'm grooving. Cause every day, every night, I'm on fire. I got this feeling, I want to take it higher.
It's certainly
Cute.
possible.
I like that.
Norway 2000 and something. 16? Laura, that's one of your favourite
See-
songs. Remind him of when Freddy Carlos happened.
The trouble is that because of your accent and also the fact that you were just doing semi-pseudo-Jamaican, when you said Norway, the first thing I heard was, Norway, man!
And I don't technically have a job, but I do. Because they've changed how their policy works, I now have a 0 hours contract with the same place that my father works, but like, I don't have like regular employment there. I mean, at the moment I do, but like it's contract stuff. And also it pays very well. Which is good, because I feel poor right now. Anyway, we need...
my envy. I have to work like painful hours to make that thing that I once called money. As you were.
Why is there a bottle of C9 on the A shelf? Because I went straight to the A shelf because that bottle that we found in the rec room said A on it. And this is shelf A, quite clearly cabled A, and yet there's a C9 in there. Is this just going to turn out like case 2 where I just notice everything before I'm supposed to?
I feel like a lot of this game is kind of taking its time. It's something that almost every Japanese game with a mystery I've ever seen does, where essentially, in order to make sure that the player gets to figure out everything for themselves, they will have the characters so dumb that they don't get anything for themselves until you put it together at the very end. And then it kind of comes in a rush that doesn't make a lot of sense physically. But the idea is that the player is supposed to have figured out some of the pieces, and then it takes the writers cleverly guiding you along during the trial session in order for you to put the last bits together. Which has actually worked out pretty well for this game, as far as that goes. It's just, I'm not fond of that formula.
But I do appreciate how it doesn't spell out literally everything for you. Like, I don't know, there was one case, I don't remember what I was thinking of originally, but like the blood cooler in the nurse's office, you're not required to see that, I don't think. But the other characters spell it out for you whether you've seen it or not. But anyway, it looks like A is the protein stuff, B are the reagents, and C is the poison. So anything labeled with C is poisonous. I literally just said that, Makoto. Well done. So they are doing the poison shuffle tango. The poison shuffle tango. The techno waffle frisbee. Yum yum. Is this the yellow powder they put on Domino's pizzas?
That took me a moment. Apologies.
This is a valid point. That bottle looks like it fell off the shelf on the right, because it will have been from the right, because it's a poisonous chemical labeled C. But, like, you could tell by the way it's spilled, it will have fallen from the right and spilled leftwards. Which means it won't even have fallen from the shelf, it will have fallen from somewhere further to the right. I'm not really sure what I'm concluding from here.
I mean, it is possible that it falls and then twists in the air a certain way that it might spread out sideways. Maybe.
But Lozzie, have you never seen them making a pizza at Domino's where they have like that stuff that they roll the dough in? Like, that's what I'm thinking of.
What, you mean the, Oh, what are those? That's a good point.
It's chemical C4, obviously. Like, not C4, like the plastic explosive, but like... Open condom style.
What?
And that's where babies come from.
Oh god. Yes, all babies are mistakes. We heard it here today for...
Well, not necessarily, you just do it with an open condom as opposed to a closed one.
You mean...
Anyway.
Nope, not... You will not bait me into saying foreskin on this stream.
Haha.
What are those? What did I say that?
Apparently.
Oh, I did. I was like, what are those little yellow things? Fine. Okay, what are those?
Oh, there's an upside-down edition of Kakuto Ladies. Miss Muscle appears. Cosplay. You see, it mentions cosplay right there. I'm just like, clearly the Junko that we met in Chapter 1 was actually the ultimate cosplayer. I mean, okay, that's one other thing that I was going to mention. With false Junko, as I'm calling her at the moment. Like, bearing in mind, Makoto's first impression of Celeste is, yeah, but what's your real name? And she's like, my name is Celestia Ludenberg, goddammit! And Makoto, the first thing Makoto said to Junko was, wow, you don't look like the magazines. And she's like, oh, yeah, lol, Photoshop. Like, that's gonna be important. Like, I would have dismissed it as a throwaway thing, but then Celeste was like, Celestia Ludenberg, goddammit! Back in my day, we didn't have red tomatoes.
I love the fact that she like goes from like super demure, fake English accent kind of thingy to like this absurd like 70-year-old Texan grandma.
Texan grandma style.
Back in my day, we didn't have no Gundam style. We only had the doggy style and the
missionary and the ass cork
and the ass cork.
So TikTok Fuck the Wall's been indicted by a magazine.
to be fair, put a cork in that ass to me is like the exact same expression as like
Shut up.
shut your pie hole.
We agree on it.
Specifically because I didn't know what a pie hole was at first.
Oh. I mean, I was introduced to the concept because, oh, it's where you put pies. Okay.
Yeah, and
I
I
sort of
was
lived
always
with
like, oh, it's where the pie filling comes out of.
Well, I mean, I only ever heard the expression BM, as in bowel movement, in Family Guy, and my first thought was that it was short for, like, McDonald's Big Mac, but the reason why I thought it meant shit is, right, it's a euphemism, because it's a euphemism for when you shit and piss at the same time, and the piss represents cheese because it's yellow, and that was my entire reasoning.
Oh my god, dude, that's genius.
I'm a
Although,
special
I
child.
will say that's more cheddar on sausage, which is also very good. We have sausage hot dogs over here that we throw cheese and onions and peppers on. I feel like that should be disgusting.
Anyway, I'm just gonna scroll up away through the transcript, just because we were told to look at 3 things. I completely missed what 2 of them were. Sakura's body and the Monokuma bottles. Okay. Why, thank you, Emin. I don't know how brain. Please tell me they've pointed out that there's a queen missing as well.
Hey,
All these strange figurines that Monokuma's holding. I wonder if they have any significance.
Could it be that they're really obviously chess pieces? Bearing in mind... Yeah, it is true. Classic thought process. For some reason, everything I say turns out to be true.
So you could actually have accidentally said they're checkers and you'd be right?
I guess.
I like it.
Is she still salty after the... Wait, was that this chapter? Where we were like, hey,
It was.
I've got a little secret, don't know if I can keep it. I feel it in my body, and now I wanna reach it.
Meet me tonight. I'm looking for some love.
They did the mash.
hey,
Gunther sings Monster Mash 2017.
There you go,
Eurovision
Finland.
entry.
anyway,
They did the mash. They did the monster
That
mash.
doesn't matter.
Mm.
so then,
Oh, Tokyo Scissorhands throwing shade at Bacula. Okay, so we have a dead bottle. Let me guess. All of the shards are gonna make a bottle and a bit.
so then,
Oh, are
You
we
mean
actually...
as in, like, there's one bit left from something else?
in other words,
Like, as a... Everyone came in on a conveyor belt and just smacked her over the head with something.
Hello and welcome to the Ministry of Silly Walks. Across the street you will have the bottlehead hitters.
Oh, she's doing actual science. I was thinking about this yesterday, but with different stuff. Like, my work involved changing connectors on cables, and I'm like, hey, bearing in mind, I'm terrible at estimating, but these connectors feel like they weigh 1 gram each, so if you put all of them in a bag and then weigh the bag, and then subtract the weight of the bag from the weight of the bag with all the connectors in, and then you can work out how many cables we've reworked.
God, I love Tokyo Scissorhands' little grin there. That's, like, really hot. What? Yes, I agree with whatever you just said.
Anyway, so pawn equals bishop. I somehow don't think that's true.
in other words,
Ah, yes, bishop pawn, because priests and not finishing that thought.
so then,
The pieces by themselves should be lighter, without the horse. Oh, you put them in a goldfish bag. Oh. See, this is basically a roundabout way of what I was saying before. It's heavier, not because that's the world's densest plastic bag, but because there's more than one bottle in there.
I knew it.
Also, horses weigh more.
In other
I
words,
mean...
Look,
The
you ever
punchline is
take a look
penis.
at the... Well, see, I was going to go something to the effect of, well, you see, a little wooden pawn versus an actual physical horse. Yes, horses weigh more. Also, giant horse dick. What? No.
But horses are only heavier unless you bring in the weight of the burden of what your mind carries. If you... Her shoulder looks like a butt. Porn weighs heavy on your mind, or so I would assume.
I mean,
Bearing in mind the amount you've sent me over Discord, I mean what?
Dude! Hang on. I was doing it to prove a point, okay?
What? That for some reason, Star Fox inflation, end of thought.
Look. I'm trying currently to think of where to go with this, so I'm going to continue saying things in a matter-of-fact tone. And you will know that my name is the Lord! And I have completely lost my train of thought. We're looking at a dead body.
Hey,
So she is the ultimate mortician. And also, she's stood at a Domino's pizza.
correct.
Also, I love how... I'm guessing that is Sakura's foot. How it basically looks like Sonic Boom Knuckles' shoes. Or regular Sonic for that matter. Sonic Boom Sonic.
I see.
Got a protein fast.
Hey,
And on that day, Sonic... Hang on, let me do this properly.
Oh god. And Austin's good with voices.
No, only
Oh my
something.
fucking god. I quit. I fucking quit. Incidentally, speaking of wildly impossible predictions, just a reminder that in the last stream I predicted that the courtroom for this trial is going to be ancient Egypt, and that if that turns out to be true as well, then I'm just going to leave?
But why would it be?
Exactly. And yet,
Oh,
2
God.
blows to the head.
Oh, God.
It's like that terrible joke I posted on Discord. The Mandelbrotwurst sausage. What does it taste like? What doesn't it taste like?
indeed.
Well, I mean, it tastes like 2 blows to the head, which is better than 1 blow to the head. If you can last 2, anyway.
Correct.
I mean, blows and heads, yes, but not together.
It's true.
Isn't that the name of a candy? Blowhead.
I thought that was a bust from Spyro. That's Blowhard.
It all sounds the same when you compare our accents. That's awful.
Oh my god, is it trial time already? Really? We've only been going for... Oh, it has been an hour, to be fair. But still, surely
Wait,
not.
really? Already?
You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so
That was
boring I couldn't stay
way
awake.
faster than the others.
Should I do it? Is it okay?
Even if we're in this trial for 2 hours, it'll make this chapter shorter than the
Okay,
last one.
Then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
And so the moment of truth. We will find out if my bullshit prediction has come true again.
3, 2, 1. God damn it, Tess!
Oh, I was just going to, you know, universal noise for fucking.
On fun.
Choo choo the fancy doors. So, we have our people. We have Urchin Man. We have Shadow the Hedgehog. We have TikTok Fuck the Wall. The Guilty Party. And Tokyo Hands. Oh god, he's back to talking in faces.
What?
I love how Tokyo Hands is off to one side, like, how is he talking in emoticons?
The same way that those, like, welcome to YouTube, welcome to Tumblr videos do.
You're at a picnic, and you find a dead body!
Well, yes, indeed.
For a moment there, since I'm on delay, I actually thought you were quoting one of the welcome to videos. Because that's exactly what they do.
Oh, wow.
So, proof that everyone can speak in emojis.
Now please, get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. And that's how that sounds. Oh, Mary's woken up.
Just the worst.
Oh my god. Why is he doing this? Why are you doing this to me, Monokuma?
Don't look at me! Don't be mean!
My god, Hero, you're making yourself seem suspicious again. See, Toko's been indicted by a magazine, which says to me that she can't possibly have done it. Because
Actually, Hina's making a very good point that, like, she's like, how can you all act so normal after murdering someone? And it's like, well, that's projection. She clearly can't act normal, because she killed someone.
Yeah. No, Leon did it, obviously.
Because there can be no doubt. One of us is the culprit. This is very direct dialogue. I like it.
Don't look at me!
See, Hero, you're shady as fuck in this case, but I still trust you. 100% tell you
Why?
Good. Shadow the Hedgehog, you're not stupid enough to do something like this. Toko, if someone does off her, then Byakuya will be wide fucking open, but eh. Now, Milky Sea Puddings, you could suffocate someone just by standing too close to them if they're, like, one head short
Really
of you.
short!
And then there's Tokyo Scissorhands, which, I mean, she's been with us the entire time. She literally couldn't have done it.
But she's had a lot of experience touching dead bodies.
That just sounds like something that a zombie prostitute would say whilst bragging about how often she masturbates.
If two zombies have sex, is that necrophilia?
Better yet, if a zombie travels back in time by one day and has sex with themselves, is that incest, gay, masturbation, necrophilia, or what? If it's a zombie werewolf, is it bestiality?
Bestiocesturbagilia. Did I leave one out?
We have twisted sense of humor, seductive
I
Austin.
feel like really high right now after thinking about that for 3 seconds.
And once again, everyone has the white JPEG dots around them. And there's...
Seductive Austin? I'm sorry, what did I miss?
You are being seductive, Austin.
Well, I can narrate the entire history of the United States like this, and we'll just see how that goes. Our president, George Washington Bush, was elected to the office of mini-golf tournament champion
God
in
fucking damn it!
1933.
Fucking shit piece on a... Why? Why does this make any sense? What? No, I'm leaving. No. What the fuck is this? Why? Why? Why is it ancient Egypt? Of all the things it could have been.
Oh, thank God, this means Junko's coming back for sure! Oh.
How? Why? Why?
Oh.
Fucking shit pickles.
Scrumptious, scrumptious. Speaking of pickles, I had, let's see, habanero, no, it was, I don't remember what it was. Some kind of spicy pepper mixed in with pickles, maple flavoring, and bourbon the other day. It's the most disgusting thing ever, and I loved it. Also, I can't wait for Junko to come back now.
Now, bearing in mind, this basically just fuels the fire that everything I predict comes true. If Junko does come back, like, okay, we need to do some sort of classic, like, Ace Attorney, turn your thinking around. So instead of saying, will Junko come back, let's assume she does. Why the fuck has she not been in any of the previous trials? Bearing in mind there's space for 16 students in the trials. And if you think about that, surely one of the only logical explanations is she's actually behind the whole thing. Like, why?
I mean, I'd be totally down for that. That'd be incredibly vindicative that she's like to the actor. Oh wait, no. Oh my God, yes, that's it. Oh my God, why do you do this to me?
Wait,
Holy
are you thinking what I just thought?
That
like
the whole light arrow thing making her bleed out wasn't actually really killing her. It was some kind of holographic all for show thing, and she actually just like scooched away later, and she's the one behind everything, and Monokuma was quick to kill her first to make an example out of her, so the real interesting shit could happen afterwards.
Oh no, I was thinking something completely different.
Oh dear.
If we use this deductive leap to assume that Junko is somehow in cahoots with Monokuma, which, incidentally, I pointed out, literally just this stream, I pointed out that the pixel art on her door. And you said, oh, clearly it's just Monokuma. What if she actually is, though? Like, she has been in every trial, but by piloting Monokuma. Because that would explain. And also, I do think that the Junko that we met at the start, if anything I've said is even remotely right, will have been an actual person who was like hired to, oh hey, pretend to be me so no one thinks that it's me, and then killed her off so she couldn't betray her.
If anything I think is right, he says, as sitting in the ancient Egypt courtroom. Oh, Tess, why?
I don't know. A deadly ancient Egypt.
Nah, perfect for a trading card game.
Anyway, set skills. What skills do we have? So, right. Okay, we have bonus time thanks to... Elliot, you missed the best part of this stream where I was right about everything.
Oh,
Again.
It hurts. It hurts. Just...
It hurts so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bonus bullet time. Yes, please.
Yellow, bonus bullet time. Maximum drive.
See, we fucking blitzed through the actual investigation. So, pocket trash. Like pocket sand, but Tumblr. Pocket trash. Okay. Wait, what was that last thing? Oh, right, okay. Someone stepped in a Domino's pizza. Yeah, I'm surprised as well, Elliot. I'm surprised as well, Elliot. It ferments into a thickwood and circles over to the caplicator. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Apart from all my theorizing about Junko,
With a basic explanation of the class
this means that
trial.
Hina will have fucking done it.
Your votes will determine.
Well, no, that was
the results.
established a while ago. I kind of just gave into that one. It's the flippin' ancient Egypt thing that's like driving me crazy now. Junko's behind everything.
If you can
so,
figure out
yes.
who done it, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I did the sentence mix thing again because it's hilarious.
Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who
But
killed
really, people who
Sakura
think that are really beef jerky.
is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I mean, they're saying this. We never actually got to see the notes that were passed out to
I
them.
don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Which, like, why would she bother with notes if she just told them by oral tradition? Oh, Heart Person, you missed the best part of this stream. I was fucking right about it being ancient Egypt, and we both lost our minds, and rightly so. So pardon me. Oh god, I'd like to imagine that this trial is literally taking place, like, just in the next room down the corridor from the, Egg Golem, I think, from Sonic Adventure 2. You know the one.
I mean, I'm still looking at the back wall trying to find the Sonic Team logo and the Chow head, so... I mean...
Anyway, Aoi's, hang on a minute, what was her account?
It was...
Before you... I'm happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but what are we talking about again? Right, written notes, okay.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Of course.
Low. That's about as low as you can get.
Of course, the white noise got in the way. See, I'm trying not to jump the gun, and now I'm being too forgiving.
It was one of you. One of you killed...
And what reason do you...
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make...
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Objection.
No, that's wrong.
Haven't said that in a while.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah,
Story of
And
my
that
life,
was right
EX.
before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Oh, right, Trial, slow down. I'm just trying to take a drink. Pocket trash. And let me guess. We're going to use this to accuse Hiro when he says, "Oh, I didn't go, but you did." We have
The
proof.
fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Yeah, I believe that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
Objection. See, I love how all three of those appeared on the screen at the same time, so you had to remember who said which line in order to make your objection.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
About time to
What's that got to
doing
do with
stuff like
anything?
that. I mean, that's part of what makes this such an interesting way to do the court trial thing. Just since there is that little extra bit of action there.
Yeah. See, that's one thing that I like about this over Ace Attorney, because they have that extra thing. But, yeah. So, yeah, Hina is the ultimate swimmer.
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Dots like the melons on your chest.
No, it's
Ever
She's
since
the
we got
ultimate
into the
filler
warehouse,
character.
I've totally
She's
monopolized
She's the
entire
ultimate
house.
bra
Milk!
master.
Yeah, there we go.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
Thing is, we're making Hiro out to be guilty now, which means he won't be guilty later in the trial.
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Tokyo's gonna have to ask us if we're really sure
yeah,
about
sure
this.
I got it
And then
from
Makoto's gonna have to do the whole, I'm not really sure. Maybe we should ask other questions and try a new line of thinking to really be sure that our line of thought process is accurate. and
forever
correct.
ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what
I
happened.
forget
to her.
actually what Makoto sounds like, so that was me being slightly generic, slightly chip.
Also, Hiro has a good point here. And this is absolutely a twist they do in an Ace Attorney game. We don't know when he got the candy.
When? When did she give it to you?
Oh, no, wait. No, hang on. No, because Hina had the whole box and she gave some to Sakura recently. Never mind.
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But you couldn't have done because Hina gave it to Sakura because of the trip to the nurse's office.
I got it!
There you go.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Thank you, Anton.
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
I only have a problem with the fact that you conveniently forgot.
Why the sudden hostility?
Hiro would make a brilliant murderer at some point. Like, you know that if he were to murder someone, it would just be, like, not flamboyant, but, like, just so wild and out there, like, oh, he, looked at them funny, and then they went, like he force choked them or something.
But we just talked.
He
That's
just
all.
gave him a
I didn't do
glare and
anything.
scared him
Don't
off a
believe me.
balcony somewhere.
Or like one of those D&D bard characters who can insult someone and that does damage.
I'm entirely, like, beyond surprised that no one has just casually walked behind someone else and just, like, shoved them down the stairs yet. You'd think that'd be, like, the first thing that somebody would do.
You're acting incredibly suspicious. It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Ooh, Hiro, no, because Hiro wrote the message he's about to talk about. Like, he's gonna bring up the magazine that says Toko inside it, and he only knows about it because he's the one who planted it. Calling it now. Because, other than that, the only people who knew about that were Kyoko, who then showed it to us. And Hiro wasn't in the room at all post-murder once he was dismissed, so he couldn't possibly have seen it unless he's the one who wrote it.
I'm talking about her shining message.
A shining message.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
See, Sayaka was mentioned in this case.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko
But
did it!
Hina's seen it as well, but again, that doesn't match up.
What are you saying?
Because it was literally...
No way! I didn't do it!
It was put back in the magazine rack. It's no good for you. It looks wrong. It's far too long for you. Wait, no, that's a coat. Never mind.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Thank you, Kyoko.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
Objection. It was back in the magazine rack at that point.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Elliot, do you realize what you just typed?
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Ah, right. Genocide Jack is too innocent to be a murderer. Yeah, sure. Anyway.
That's right. Looking through the shelf,
Well, it's not like she killed you or anything, Baka.
I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
So she's saying what I just said.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Fucking ancient Egypt.
Doesn't make sense?
I'm still not over that.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like the time that your hamburger got abducted by space. Oh good, it's the ultimate big boobs, yes. But this music, that's when you know shit's getting really real. Oh, all the dead portraits taunting us, and then there's Makoto, and then there's Hifumi.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Nope.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Huh. So, what do I need to do here? Okay, Austin, we have 1 truth bullet and 3 statements, and I feel like the truth bullet isn't good enough, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm getting the impression you need to take something, but I only just saw what the 3 things were, and I already forgot, because my memory is terrible.
Because it's Hiro when we found the body, Kyoko after we started the investigation, and then on the magazine shelf.
I mean, the kind of obvious thing is just to say after we... after we started the investigation and apply it to the fact that because he's just kind of arguing that what he is stating is true. So in that classic Ace Attorney way, you just simply have to say, no, it's not. Numbnuts. So statement 2 applied to statement 1.
See, I would have thought statement 3 applied to statement 1.
We try both.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message, it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
I'll try that first.
shelf.
Okay, that is definitely wrong, that's fine.
Shoot!
Let's double check that one first. But, okay.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I
See, the
pulled
fact that
out,
it just says magazine
I saw
shelf
her final words.
doesn't help my case.
What I said makes total sense.
But it is fun to just tap the left control just to speed up and slow down intermittently.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying when Ogre's body was discovered.
There we go, I was right. Statement 3 on statement 1.
Gotcha.
Which was my first
When
instinct, and I tried to
Sakura's
second
body
guess
was
it.
found,
Oh,
the
I
magazine was
see,
sitting on the
I
shelf
get it.
nearby.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
When you wrote it.
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Hang on a minute. Hero, what are these weird things you keep... Oh, right, because he keeps saying everything I say makes total sense, and he's like, read the sausage!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Well, it is rather confusing when a sentence doesn't end the way you octopus.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
That's the best excuse ever. It's me talking, so you know it's true. Shing! Every time I go to take a drink, it goes, oh. Oh.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Oh, we're having to do this.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
These particular lines are like genius that he's spouting out here. This is adorable.
At least 30% right.
What? Sorry, I was...
The stuff he's saying is silly. I'm at least 30% right!
See, I was just trying to keep up with the rhythm, and I forgot which button it was activates anti-nega time, so... That could be misheard. Nega, as in negative. Just making that one bit. That's what it's called in the game.
That's fine. I have had, like, a lot of times where I've had to very consciously pronounce the villain from Sonic Rush and Sonic Rivals.
Because if you look at it,
and even then it doesn't work with my accent. Jeez.
Using a finger, but both of her hands were completely free.
Oh yeah, I forgot that that's also a very valid point.
Then, who did write it?
Hero could very well have written it himself.
As I said,
That would
did it
explain
again.
how he knew about the message in the first place.
It's cute, because, like, he's done this to try and frame Toko in the way that, like, in other trials, people have planted evidence to try and frame each other. And he's, like, trying so hard and just fucked it up completely. That's adorable. I love you, Hero. Marry me.
I love the fact that, like, in an earlier trial, didn't somebody say, and then he butted in with, like, no, it couldn't have been me. I'm an idiot. Or something like that. I couldn't have orchestrated this elaborate plot.
Well,
I'm an idiot.
At the very least, that was Celeste's explanation in the last trial, where it's like, why did you use me as a scapegoat? Because you're an idiot.
No, that's right. And then he was like, it's true, I am. And it was like really, really like energetic about it. So I'm just, the fact that it's him this time, if that's what they're getting at here, really bothers me. Because, like he sucks at his job of trying to kill somebody.
Because I killed her!
No, Hero.
Please, just let me explain what happened.
Hold on. Hold on. Once again, shot in the dark, but we've proven that she was hit on the head twice, and we're fairly sure that the shards of 2 sets of bottles were on the floor, enough that it weighed down the scales like that.
So Hero doesn't even know.
I think what's going on with Hero is Sakura invited him to the room. He turned up and was like, oh shit, she's gonna do something. And something happened, and then he smacked her on the head with a bottle, which was enough to daze her, and he's like, fuck, I'm blackened now, and then he left, not realizing that that hadn't actually killed her. So he thinks that he did it. That's why he's back to... Oh. Okay, now hold on. If we go back to the, not Kubler-Ross model, the other one, Monty Python. If we go back to that idea, then let's assume Byakuya didn't go, Toko did go, and the same thing happened to her. Bopped her on the head. Oh shit, I killed her. So we're gonna have like 2 or 3 voices saying, I killed her. No, I killed her. Here's the real frog. No, my frog is the right one.
My frog is the right frog.
got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Oh. Yeah, this was too easy otherwise. So this is definitely the wrong room.
This is the... See, when I do that voice, I end up turning into Professor Layton, or at least in my mind I do.
No, like specifically, you get the top hat and everything.
After that,
Yeah.
we just stood around in awkward silence.
Ooh, a piece of
Suddenly,
candy.
I heard her mutter something. As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
So he tried to kill her because he thought she was going to try and kill him when she was really talking about killing herself. So she killed herself and then hired herself to defend herself so that the murder of herself could not be linked back to herself.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
So if Sakura was still here, she'd be like, "No, I killed me," and like, "You're all wrong," because my prediction says Hina, and we can't deviate from the script.
Sakura's little ghosty goo pops up. You're all idiots.
Grabbed the Monokuma bomb from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Well, I was right. Well, about this anyway, and I'm trying to tell what chess piece that is, but like, I feel like that could be the queen, but that could also be the... No, there's not enough curvature. I think that's the queen, and that explains why the queen wasn't there, because he killed her and then was like, "Oh wait, I killed her. Whoops," and then took the evidence.
I hit her from behind.
And missed some because he's an idiot.
Yes.
Yes!
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Thing is, it's gonna be really awkward living with him now after this. Like, even though he wasn't being malicious, he was trying to defend himself, not realizing that he was completely wrong. Also, the front of his hair kind of looks like Orbulon from WarioWare doing some sort of weird, sexy crab dance.
I can't believe you!
See, I was gonna say it just looks like a head crab, but
Well, that's what
again, doing some crazy, sexy chicken without a head
whatever
dance.
you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Well, I mean, he just described 2 ways of killing him, and he's going to be executed, so yes, he will get off that easy, actually, Hina.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
But that's you, according to my prediction.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
And Hina's going to be like, "Are you serious? The side boob hour?"
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
The discrepancy in weight of the shards?
And until we figure that part out,
That's probably it.
we can't consider the case closed.
Also, the poison and the Domino's pizza foot. Oh, he didn't think of that. Yeah, fair point. Never mind.
Shoot!
See, the answer I was expecting wasn't there, so pardon my guess.
I got it!
Yeah, duh. Just actually read the other options first.
Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf.
I can see where this is going. So, Toko came in and saw her name had been written in blood on the magazine and saw that Sakura was apparently dead. She's like, "Oh shit," and put the magazine away. So, we're sort of lining up the conveyor belt of head bops again.
Why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not
I
find
like how this is just the Monty Python theory now.
Yeah. But also, like, it's obvious that Hiro didn't hide it because that wouldn't make sense at all. But then again, it must have been hidden by someone else, because if Sakura had written that dying message, how would it have ended up? Oh wait, no, someone else could. Okay, never mind. Forget me.
Well,
The point is, someone else hid it.
I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
You may think the split personality doth protest too much.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then He's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
Byakuya, your pupils are tiny.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
Well, let's be real. Who would hide a magazine indicting Toko other than Toko? Everyone else would just be like, oh cool, an easy out for the next trial.
Yeah.
They went to the trouble of hiding the magazine. They must
After all this
not
time,
have
he's
left
actually learned to
the
care
magazine.
about her.
Tick-tock, fuck the wall.
It had to be Toko, right?
And I've healed back all the damage that I got from not reading one of the damn questions.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have...
Because you were asked to, and you're a shitty nipple half the time.
Wait, but more important,
And a slippery nipple the other half.
that doesn't even
Why
matter.
so mutually
We already know who
exclusive?
did it, right?
Because they're two separate... If you add an ingredient to a slippery nipple, it becomes a shitty nipple, Austin. It's evolution.
Hero just admitted it.
That's right.
Is it like trying to bake with two ingredients? And it just comes out as a dizzy dial?
Didn't.
Yes, exactly.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
Oh, hang on, there's a thought. Just to add to the Monty Python theory. So, Toko turned up after Hiro did the attacking, and then Sakura woke up, and Toko's like, oh shit, bop! And like, wait, shit, I killed her. And it continues.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time.
Oh, that's a point. Was there blood at the crime scene when Toko arrived? Because she would have gone all... genocide. Jill would have been involved because there was blood. And then there would have been on the head.
If we go
Oh,
through
Genocide
it
Jack
should
was
be
out
clear
when the
he's
murder was
not
discovered.
Sakura's killer.
Ah,
That singing cauliflower from Eurovision. And the zip ties. And the broccoli.
Just tell us what
Zamanilli.
happened one
Oh.
more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see
well, I just got a bunch of words and sound effects thrown my way through my computer.
I thought you were going to
Thank
say you got a whole bunch of bonus, which I wouldn't put it past you.
Multiple, yes. There's one coming out of my elbow right now. It's rather awkward. Hard to work with since it's coming out of such a strange place in the human anatomy.
Weenus penis.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Humorous.
I grabbed a Monokuma from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind.
Doomorous. No, that didn't work.
You hit
Never
her
mind.
from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
What?
After the first swing,
Hang on a minute. That bounced off the objection I was trying to object.
she went limp.
Because it's status of body, yeah, just once. But he got hit twice.
Hero really is the killer.
Can we just go through that again? Because I didn't miss, goddammit. This keeps happening. It makes me think I'm wrong when I'm not.
Did it. I grabbed a Monokuma ball and I hit
Well,
Ogre
normally
from
they
behind
call you
before
out
she
for that,
could do
right?
anything.
No, it's like I actually missed rather than hitting the wrong
Hit
one.
her from behind.
Right.
And you only hit her once. Is that
Yeah, just once.
Why is that wrong? The status of her body, she got hit twice. Oh, right. Because it wants me to point out the autopsy thing done by what's-her-face rather than... I mean, they're both the same point.
I did.
But still.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
you hit her from behind? And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
The pieces were there. Just had to put them in the way that the game liked.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Also, I forget the full post, but like, Metroid is my favorite. It fights aliens and doesn't afraid of anything.
2?
That's right. She had 2
But he
separate
can't
wounds
crawl.
on her head.
Wah.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
She has, like, her hidden ability is double slap, but with a bottle.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
But I like how they've not explicitly said there are 6 so far, they just leave you to infer it. Which is what I was praising it for earlier.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
They're really hyping up like, ooh, what's the mystery here? There's another bottle. We know this.
But originally, there
Thank
were
you.
6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6
So does this mean
bottles?
that Hiro's the queen?
Yes.
Good.
And Toko is a horse.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles
You're a
are,
fucking whore!
it should become clear.
Oh, it's gonna make me spell queen. Or chess. Or checkmate. Chess piece. Yep, okay. Come on, daddy needs a pee. Piss easy. Like, you would have thought that these would get hard after a while, but the pee doesn't hard.
That's it! The chess pieces!
To quote someone who once commented on a thing of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Chapter 4, "You idiot, you stole my pee!"
Inside each bottle, there was
Well,
a
that looked
Monokuma
good.
figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight.
Good
if I
night.
remember.
Monokuma's seahorse penis.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen.
I love all this if I
Knight,
remember stuff, as
bishop,
if we're not
and
staring
pawn.
at the court record the entire time.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
I always think
Just
that chess
those
is more
4.
complicated than it is, even though I know all the rules.
Do you
And on the
know the
ground
ones
was
about,
the
like,
knight.
the weird pawn motions and swapping the king with the rook, but not really?
I mean, it's been a while since I played chess, but I've heard things.
Oh,
They're
the key is
goofy,
missing.
and honestly, I feel like they're just
So we only have evidence for 5
rules
bottles
specifically
at sea.
designed for the
But
people
one
who didn't
apparently
know the
went
rules.
missing.
What does
I don't know. I think the game is a much better sense of strategy when you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, but now this piece does move this way because I've activated my everything-proof shield. Kind of deal.
Hang on, Austin, there's a comedy sketch I need to send you after this stream.
Please,
Just
by all
remind me.
means.
Remind me, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
But it does, because you got bopped on the head twice.
That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
I mean, I didn't even realize that cabinet was there before this case, so that's fair.
No.
But no,
It's clear that the missing bottle
because
is connected to this
the queen is missing, and if it wasn't a piece of evidence, it wouldn't be missing.
How is it clear?
Unless someone stole the whole bottle. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
But what if it wasn't broken when it went missing?
I got it!
There we go. I'm healing
The
slowly from my
bottle must have been
hasty.
What makes you so sure?
Because the piece is on the floor.
Because there was evidence.
Just
in
leave
the
it there.
scene that
I'm
supports
healing slowly from my hasty.
Yes.
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one
We. It was
broken bottle
Kyoko who's
at
doing
scene.
the science.
And what is this evidence?
And you know, we scientists have not enough time to play Splatoon. There you go. But this gives me so much opportunity to re-heal. Which I'm glad, because the previous case didn't.
Bottle pieces of the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
Clink.
And what we found was that the collection.
Oh, did I do that? Hang
Yes.
on,
The
not
reason for
really.
that is
Oh no, I can't do it again. I can't recreate the sound. It's like when I'm in school and I move my chair and it's like, and I'm like, that,
Oh,
yeah,
chair.
exactly.
Broken at the scene of the crime.
Totally the chair. Yeah. Okay. Sure it was.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces.
But
of
it
one
was.
of the
It
bottles.
really was the chair this time.
But when they did,
No.
they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Well, that's the point. That means that the second bottle. That means that they would have consciously left the first bottle there, which seems like a weird thing to do, unless they were trying to
Why
frame
would they
someone
have to
else.
try and
Which
get
means
rid of it like that anyway?
that Hero and Toko have got this weird kind of, despite it being chess pieces, this ping-pong match of you did it, no you did it, no I did it, no I did it, duck season, fire!
because of what it would reveal about the case.
Some bowling aficionados.
I got it!
Why
The
bowling?
bottle that was removed from
Huh?
the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
Thank you, Anton, I appreciate you.
The
Oh my god, the
second
killer
bruise
killed
on
someone.
Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the
What?
evidence,
Why,
this is
why
the
was
only
that an
possible
option?
conclusion.
I'm going to be reeling from this for a while.
The real killer is Hifumi's pants!
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of the
I mean,
evidence.
those things are
From
deadly.
there, we can conclude that it
After
was
washing
Sakura who
years.
delivered that second blow.
The spillage on one side, he's clearly sat on a chocolate bar on the other. Some sort of
He
creamy
used
residue.
to spiritually cleanse it with his crystal ball, but he hasn't done that since it got broken early on in the first case or whatever.
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Oh, wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but
She was the one hiding inside the locker, so she actually witnessed Hero doing the killing through like the slats in the locker, and then she's like, "Oh, well that's poopy. Oh no, blood."
but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Am I glad that he's in there and that we're out here and that he's the sheriff and that we're frozen in there and that I just remembered we're out here. But what I want to know is, where's the caveman?
Okay, fine. Well, let's hear it.
Have you ever had a dreams?
Right after I got Ogre's note, I was kind of nervous about it, so I went
I
to
used
the
to be able to
record
quote that,
room,
like,
you know,
line
to
for
check
line.
it out or whatever.
Alas, 'tis not so no more.
Watch me swoosh right in.
So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You know, in the rec room. Ding.
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so
So if Toko went in first, then she was hiding in the locker. Easy.
that's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
That's fair.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come
They were
loose.
always loose. Now, shut up and check if you've got any more PS4s in stock. Also, I just realized how Hero has really normal eyes compared to Byakuya.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Are we gonna set her off? Break out the Jill. Oh, come on, seriously? Wait, hang on. Another one? 2 in 1? No. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! Huh. Q key / gnaw. Oh, we're halfway through the game, Austin. We made it.
What?
This narrator having fun. So we're going to pick a bullet. Well, that's fine. I think I know what it wants. The handprints, right?
It's a lie!
Go you. I like that.
I hate you! I curse you! No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing! I curse you! I curse you! It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing! That's enough!
Handprint. Objection.
This should prove it.
Vermin is like
Did you know
rodents
someone left a
and like
handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
mice and like that lot basically. Animals non grata.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
what the hell?
wall. What?
We're halfway through the game?
Yeah.
But, like, everyone's dead already.
Clearly it's gonna pull a Hunger Games and we're gonna get out and then it's gonna be like, whoops, District 13. And it's gonna go full Shardlight like Hunger Games did where, okay, so here's the good guys and here's the bad guys, but actually they're all bad guys.
Let's just
Kill
compare
everyone.
to your hand,
Happy
shall
ending.
we?
Everyone's a
That'll
bad
clear
guy.
everything up.
Everyone deserves to die. Especially your
Everyone is a
boyfriend
telephone
named
operator.
after bread.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Oh, come on, bring out the Jill.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
For one final time.
Overruled. And yes, you are. Badly.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Well, that was a 180. There's no way. I probably did do it, actually.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
So, yeah, they're doing it again. I did it. No, I did it. No, I did it. None of you did it. I did it to myself. You're all wrong.
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between
So where
you
does that
and
leave
Sakura?
us?
It probably was here. That's where it leaves us.
Oh god.
My
Oh
predictions
god.
were in Egypt. Of course it was Hina. Junko's gonna come back. There are gonna be
Talk. Now.
pizza. I don't fucking know.
After I read
Oh, Junko better come back. She better be like the final boss. She better like go straight up like, you know, Scissorhand Jill on us and like, ah, god, it'd be so
I
good.
was too scared to
Oh yeah, and
place her
the
head
Prime
on.
Minister of the school is Kyoko's father. I stand by that prediction. That's why she's so
Oh, I
invested in
mean
finding him.
that's a given. Or at the very least, the Prime Minister of the original school was her.
So I
father.
figured
Prime
I'd
Minister,
just
of course.
sneak in first and hide in the
That's what
locker.
you said.
Yeah.
I'm just running with you because I forgot the word for it for a while. But I remember it now. Ah, yes, what a good word it is for
Did you see
person
me
in
hit
charge
her?
of the school that begins with a P.
And I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
That's an understatement.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the
You
magazine back on
jumped
the
out of a
shelf.
locker? I find that hard to believe. Why would you put the magazine back? That's like the most, that's one, like, short of leaving it there or tearing a page out, that's one of the most, why would you do that?
But when you did, you put it back, upside down.
You numbnut.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
I mean, surely you should put it in backwards rather than upside down, because then at least the spine is in the right place.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
Sakura woke up and then she's like, oh no, there's blood. Oh no, here's my tongue. Pop.
And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Yep, we're gonna have to talk to Jillifred. Jillifred. Running with it. She sneezed. Oh, by the way, I had a box of those American nerds yesterday, and they stained my teeth bright red, and I'm just like, I could totally do that tongue thing. Like, basically, if you want to cosplay Genocide Jill, eat nerds. Both literally and figuratively. Watermelon, cherry, apple, lemonade, all four.
It was your fault after all.
Oh, that's better than we got. The best we got is a rainbow variety that you
They're good.
only get separately from, like, the tiny little boxes that everyone loves, because they're tiny. And all one flavor at a time.
Also, when our faults combine. That's a positive spin on being a total fuck-up.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose...
Oh, so wait, we're gonna jump between all three of the accused now. Next up is Byakuya, and he's like, I didn't do it. And then they're like, okay, next!
So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Yeah, that again.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
See, she describes it as splatter, but knowing how yaoi hands she is, that sounds like she's talking about, oh my god, there was semen everywhere.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Please do that. Please.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
To be fair, that is a very good clapback.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know.
I don't know. Austin, when are we next streaming?
Oh,
But anyway,
amazing
I'm not the one
question.
that killed Ogre. So
Things
that's good?
hopefully clear up a bit by next week. Hopefully.
So,
I don't
probably
know
Monday?
yet. Hopefully.
Probably Monday.
They don't tell me these things. I mean, it's gotten to the point now, and I know I told you this a while ago, but they handed me my schedule the other day. And according to that schedule that they handed me, I was an hour late. Even though I was still on shift from last night. What? Love it.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
She's so anxious to get voting, like, she's so suspicious.
No, not quite yet.
Thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Yeah, if that second blow to the head had been... Wait, if she collapsed in front of the magazine rack, bearing in mind the pool of blood was in front of the magazine rack, then the second blow can't have killed her either. Because she wouldn't have vomited up the poison on top of Toko. So Toko will have escaped goat, and then the vomit happened, and then death.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
I do like this music. It's the most iconic music for this phase of the discussion. So, examination survey, status of body. Now, hold on. Before we even start this, before you say your piece... Right, so, status of Sakura's body. Which is... Oh, right, yeah, it's probably going to be that then. But just in case... yellow powder was yellow powder. And 2 blows to the head, no blood is found on her hands. It's probably going to be the first point then, which, what words am I looking for? Status of body. Okay.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine
That's
shelf.
important.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
There we go. I knew that would be it. So yes. Objection! God, I would be a good lawyer from Ace Attorney.
Specifically for Ace Attorney. The real world? Screw it. I want to team up with Sherlock Holmes.
See, once I have a steady source of income, I do intend to actually commission a whole lot of, maybe not Ace Attorney style, but like a load of lawyer test sprites. I have a design in mind and everything.
So, you finally noticed.
Smash it real good.
Just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Thing in front of the attack that proves there's something in the front of the magazine. I guess?
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Oh, is that what that's from? I thought that was just the vomiting session.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
So 2 chapters in a row. The rather heavy corpse moved itself.
Well,
but really,
are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No, because Hina, at the start of this stream, you literally went to retrieve her yourself.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible. I got it!
Yeah.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina
Oh yeah,
and
we
I
actually
both
saw
got
in the
a
window
look
that the
inside.
locker was open and empty. That's also true. Hina, weren't you there when we established that?
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
I love how there's no actual sign of blood from that point of view as well. So like, yeah, she's probably just sleeping.
Okay then.
Proper blowjob angle here on Hero.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
Poison!
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Oh, there's Celeste's portrait. Yeah, I miss her. It's the poison, ladies and gentle fans. Oh, good. Well, what was Hina's account?
What?
Hina, what did she say? Just that she'd written notes. Okay, so there's that, there's a powder, there's the Monokuma file, and those tend not to be... Like, that's usually an indicator that you need to use a different statement. But then again... Yeah. Violent vomiting of... Oh, that doesn't specify poison, though.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
I jumped the gun. Just when I got back up to full health.
Shoot! What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was
So
it
we
that
do have to use the
killed
Monokuma
Ogre?
file, I think.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other...
There we go.
No.
God, it's never the Monokuma file. And in this case,
Well,
it
that's
is.
why this one exists. Now
Yeah.
we can ignore it for the rest of the game.
Sakura had vomited
Like, it's
blood.
specifically at this point in the game, just after the halfway mark, just to say, oh, it is sometimes. But just when you've forgotten, like the corridor of hands in Ebe, where there's literally a sign that says, just when you've forgotten, and then there's wall hands.
I think we can assume there's a
Yeah, I
chance
remember that.
this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean... Maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Ah, yes, the blow to the back of her head cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified
I mean,
vomited
she clearly
blood.
just bit her tongue really hard.
Clearly, she gave such a vigorous blowjob that the victim accidentally snapped their frenulum.
Not to mention, I didn't find
Even that
any
made me
cuts
cringe.
inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are
And
into
oddly
dead
enough, I
bodies.
didn't, even though I'm the one with the graphic imagination.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Diarrhea.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Wow. There was poisoning involved in the case where we're introduced to a cupboard full of poison? Never.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
You poisoned her!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how...
I mean, I'm guessing, because like all the other attacks are accounted for, and I'm still sticking by my bold accusation that it was Hina.
You can... explain
Well,
it?
of course it is now.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Is that an American thing or a Japanese thing? Because no one calls it chem lab. Like, no one shortens it to just chem.
Not in the
You,
rec
good
room?
sir, have not
Then
been
I
to
could've found
America.
it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
C9.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Hold up there, friendo, just so we can look at our truth bullets for a second. Because, where do we have it? There was... Right, that's A2. And... C9 was in there. C4 was one that was spilled. Chem chem ding dong bing bong class trial.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
So we are talking about C9 at the moment, right?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Oh, shut up, TikTok, fuck the wall. You just want to get into his Section D, if you know what I mean.
I got it.
Yeah, it was mixed in with the supplements.
The
Don't
poison
think I
was
didn't
actually
notice.
in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Oh. Oh. Right, so, we established in the last case that the size differential between Makoto and Hina, and we established that the footprints in the chem lab are too small to be Makoto's, which means they couldn't possibly be Sakura's, which means that the footprints are from Hina putting the bottle back, not from retrieving it, which is why it's in Section A and not C.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Huh? Master!
Please tell me it's been swapped back, because good riddance.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
I'm surprised it didn't cinnamon challenge it back out, though, to be fair.
It's protein powder.
Yep.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder.
And I suppose it is important to know that chemical C9 is not very potent, which means that you could swap the contents of the two bottles, and even if there will be some toxic residue in there, but it won't be enough to cause any harm because it takes an entire bottle to kill someone.
Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
I think I know what you're leading up to here, game. Oh, we're doing another Hangman's Gambit. Fair enough. It will have been in the thingy bottle. The protein... something. Protein drink. T. T. E. Need an E, please. And an N. And a D. Give me the D. And then an I. And then an N. Hee-ho.
Now I understand.
Give me your sweet rewards. Austin, are you dead?
Huh?
Okay, just checking.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Assuming that someone else did make her drink it, bearing in mind Sakura was talking about suicide? So she could have done it to herself. Whether or not she administered a lethal dose is another matter.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
But the way she was talking, she would have been happy to drink it anyway.
I got it!
A protein drink. Could it just
You're
be the
saying
thing we
they
just
gave her a
established that she
protein
drank?
drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
She drank a Monokuma bottle, which is full of air and a chess piece.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of
Oh
aches.
yeah, she drank poison to try and relieve herself of her head injuries.
So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Hero's got it.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Hina.
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone
Actually, no.
to see.
Bearing in mind Sakura's shoe. Here's the powder. Not the footprints, but the powder proper.
Shoot!
Oh, the footprints in the fine, my god, so finicky.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
The thing is, Sakura had protein on her shoes, but we've established that the footprints are smaller than Makoto's feet, rather than bigger. Unless I misread, that's also a very possibility.
More, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
There we go.
The footprints. They're mine.
Gave up without a fight.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway,
It's just a confession.
I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
I was right. Austin, I was right. Austin, I was right.
See, I can't even react anymore. Of course you were.
I mean, we're still burnt out from the fact that we're doing this in fucking ancient Egypt, but still, I was right.
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
You see, that,
Wait,
as
so
I said,
do we not have to do the comic-y thing now?
you would have thought we still would, just to, like, Makoto's gonna step in like, no, let me explain.
Just as I suspected.
We're gonna lose the boobs.
The footprints were made by a pair
Oh
of
no.
sneakers. There was no
How will we
mistake.
ever sell the game now?
And
On the
only
first half.
people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and Leon.
The back half is okay too.
Me and Hina are
Usually
the
not.
only ones.
Never mind.
Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
That's why he accused us, because only 2 people wear trainers here. Us and the sportician.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
Every time we've got someone else to accuse, she really wants us to vote on them just to get it over with.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Well, because she's been trying not to... Like, she was friends with Sakura. She didn't do it out of murderous intent. I mean, well, yes, but, like, it was a mercy kill, surely. She doesn't want to feel bad about it.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the 2 of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Oh, snap, she got pink diamonded. Austin, that's spoilers, don't worry about it.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived
Oh, yeah.
the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Well, it's better than her being taken out in a particularly bloody or vicious way from one of the others who would clearly do something worse and more painful. Bearing in mind, they suspected her of being... Well, they correctly suspected her of being a spy, so it was the nicest way out. Literally killed her with kindness.
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
Right for the wrong reason, surely.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once.
Oh, Iceland.
And then
Holding.
Oh, she actually said hold it.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
But Byakuya, you said yourself not to judge other people by your own standards, so shut the fuck door.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
It'd be nice to see Kyoko and Byakuya have an extended argument over something completely trivial.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Beautiful. You know what? If I could be bothered, I would script the entire thing and then find voice actors who could do them, and then just make it be happen. I have the time for that.
Just because I'm guilty.
Ain't nobody got no time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
The reason why we're so insistent on making sure she tells us is because we don't know. Once again, parallels to Steven Universe Series 5. Again, Austin, spoilers. Catch up on that, seriously.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
I mean, she gave her the murder weapon.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean,
These
why
nuts.
would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You left a whole swarm of footprints, honey.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
I don't like that, because then there will be footprints in front of all three sections of the thing.
Once I was done with that...
And the footstep entrance was in the bottom left corner, and she would have not moved backwards and done like a fancy three-point turn. She would have gone straight across, and no.
I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room.
Plus, it would have left like a shadow where it like smashed against her legs or something, if she spilled the protein like that.
But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
The footsteps are wrong.
Can you repeat that series of events one
Oh
more
good, we're gonna
time?
have to actually do it in bullet form.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
And to be fair, we have a confession. Why does it matter? But still, testing all contributions. Yes, that is me. Footprints in the powder, source of the powder, chasing the booty, casing the booty.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section...
Oh good, that actually was that easy. Objection! I really thought it'd be more complicated than that, but no. The footsteps are simply wrong for that movement, and I just tried to put the keyboard down and forgot that Mary was there.
From section C.
I just punched my cat with the keyboard.
You spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Also, there was a giant pen in the room, according to that diagram. Mary, did you just moo at me? That was adorable.
Then maybe she
Don't know if it
moved
picked up on
in
the
some
microphone,
weird
though.
direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
She still cares for Sakura, so she's trying to hide her involvement in her own murder.
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
You lied to me.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well...
Ooh!
See...
Did Sakura put the poison there ahead of time, knowing that Hina didn't know which was in which bottle, and then sent her to mix it herself so she'd poison her without realizing?
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Has Byakuya been actually poisoned? Because that would be all glorious.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Ooh!
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
I like we're finally seeing Byakuya's, like, freak-out faces.
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Oh, fuck. Oh, gee. He nearly swallowed some glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
And Mary's being cute over here, by the way.
And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Nice.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Well done, Byakuya. You got undermined by your own arrogance.
But what is it?
Oh. 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 Oh, I just realised what this means. That's chemical C4 that he ingested. That bottle was refilled with poison. Byakuya actually poisoned himself. Cool.
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it? Huh?
I think it's comic time. Climax intervention.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I got it! It's
Take that.
part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
So, chemical A2 was actually planted on the scene afterwards. And Hina, yeah. So there was a bottle there, but that was the C9 bottle. And then Hina, when she went to get the others, she was acting like she just shat herself. She went and swapped the bottles then. Perhaps.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, I got it!
Should have been in Section A, where
The
poison
bottle
shouldn't
of
be.
poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
So the glass is actually blue then, and not just clear.
And then, once
Just so
the
we're
room was
clear
opened,
on that.
the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
Willfully.
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Well, yes, we want to determine how it got on top of the glass.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Yeah, get wrecked, Byakuya.
How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, you arrogant cunt. Really? We need a bullet thing for this? It's the glass. It's none of these, I don't think.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Yep.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I don't see what it wants me to object to, though. Right, so what are we dealing with here? Empty protein drink. Right. And that's just where things were in the shelf, so that's definitely not relevant. Source of the powder. Maybe it's the source of the powder? Like, just because that last paragraph there, or statement, whatever. Little T doesn't exist, Georgina. Austin, do you have any input here? Or are you dead? I think he's dead. I think he left the room and died, in that order. Byakuya said that it had to have been spilled after the incident took place. But that, I don't see if that's relevant. Well, time to brute force it.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, that's wrong. Had to be in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Shoot!
Is it just as simple as it was on top of the glass shards? Am I over-reading this? Gotta love the
There's
bullet
not a
controls
doubt
there.
in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Seriously? Twice in a fucking row? So, I missed the statement twice, and missed the white noise with my clicking. That's offensive.
When it comes to that coach, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the...
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Seriously? It was being fired! I object to that objection not working. It's like, oh no, sorry, time's out. No, it's not. I already pressed the button. That shouldn't be my fault.
There's not a doubt until the locked room. It absolutely was.
So you're saying...
If I'm wrong after all this, that'd be really painful.
There after we got the...
No. No, it had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before...
Thank you, Jesus! Objection! Austin, are you back yet?
Glass scattered all around the room, right?
Nope.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Once again, I was second-guessing what the game wanted me to infer from that point in time.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
So we knew why, and that caused me to jump the gun, as I do.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can.
Now, Georgina, we've had a weird streaming schedule anyway, so we didn't really notice you were gone.
But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
Because she said she was going to end it.
I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
In the same way that you did, you fool.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already.
Though there was a time in high school where I had to be off for like a month because I had laryngitis, and when I got back, people had started spreading rumors that I'd actually died, so that was fun.
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I think it would have been Sakura herself.
I got it!
And I was right. Cool.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
When she got murdered 3 times in one day and then killed herself, but you know.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Oh great, we have to do a third bullet time battle? I don't want to. Well, before we even get into that, something that proves something that Kyoko showed us that proves it. Oh right, the yellow powder. Another bullet time battle. Fun, fun, fun. I hate these.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind
Objection.
To prove it?
3 in 1 trial. Excessive game. Excessive.
Did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
Well, she went there.
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
I think he died.
And
Anton,
when
are you still here,
Sakura
though?
dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking
Okay,
for
good.
poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Just to make sure you're still on the lookout just in case.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Oh, this is why we could accuse the portraits. Because we're gonna have to accuse... you!
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
I mean, Hina enabled it, but still.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe
Anton, could you get rid of that last one? Just 'cause I'm so fucking sick of people spamming it in the chat. Yeah, I know it's a thing from the Danganronpa thing, but if you have nothing to say that doesn't contribute to the chat, then don't bother saying it, thanks.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't
There's a reason why I put that particular expression, but spelled correctly, on the blacklist. It just means that's wrong, and it's a catchphrase. I think it's from the second game, but like I put it on the blacklist because people kept fucking saying it. It's completely pointless. Thanks.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it!
She must have wanted to create it because
The locked room
that's the only way it
mystery
makes
was
sense.
created by Sakura.
Yeah, I had a feeling, because like, when Makoto objects, he says, no, that's wrong. I'm guessing that's how it translates. It's just, there are some people who insist on role-playing in the chat and then spamming the message over and over again, like, sorry, but get a life.
I'm
You know?
sure she locked
It's just
herself
irritating
in
after a
so
while.
nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
I mean, it's almost tantamount to me streaming a Sonic game and then someone's spamming in the chat, gotta go fast. Yeah, that sure was a thing in one thing.
And
Like,
that
it just
was
gets annoying.
you, wasn't it, Hina?
But yeah.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, You stayed right there near the door.
All that she had was one last breath.
Because you already
And didn't get
knew
12 points from
Sakura
Cyprus
was
despite
dead.
being a Cypriot singer.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the bottle.
I mean, I had my suspicions, bearing in mind she was acting like she literally just shat her pants.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Well, I've never been to an OCD camp, so that couldn't have been me. I did say she was talking weird at the time. Austin would so appreciate this if he was still here.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec
I mean, what's the
room.
point of Hina not telling us this? Bearing in mind, I mean, we already know it's her and she's gonna take the blame for it, but like, why would she hide all this? Maybe because she
When you
couldn't
left
deal
the
with the
lab,
knowledge of Sakura
all
killing
you
herself?
had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
It's like I deduced before.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together, and once you were back in the rec room, while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying
Clearly,
Hina
she
consciously
misses her like
deceived us to
Sahara
make
misses
it
the
look
rain.
like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
With a comic. Right. So, Byakuya, where is your hideous face? There you go. Look like a girl in that picture. Toko turned up, and she hid... Wait, is that her going in or coming out? I'm going to pop that in for now, but is there another that better depicts her going in? It does not appear. So... It could... That looks like her going in and that coming out. I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyway, so she saw that Sakura was there. Hiro turned up. She offered him a piece of candy. He went to the shelf and grabbed the queen, I believe it was. Because that's the one that we couldn't find. Or was it? Oh, it's literally right there in the panel above. So his was the knight. And then Toko used the... oh, that's quite obvious. He fled the scene. Toko emerged. I'm assuming I got those two the right way around. If not, then I'll know how to replace them. She put the thing back, but it was upside down. There we go. Sakura woke up. That set off genocide jibber jibber. Genocide jibber jabber. She used the queen, then cleaned up the queen. Act 5. Sakura woke up. Right. And she picked up C9. So it was C4 that was spilled on the floor. Okay. And then she took C9. Act 6, we turned up. And Hina. Hina stayed by the door. C9 was on the floor. And Hina took it and ran off with it. Then planted the source. And that, I believe, makes sense.
The killer is you!
I mean, it could be that I've got two of the panels backwards, so I can't tell which is
This case began
Choco
when
going in and which
Sakura
coming out,
asked
so...
a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Okay, in tradition...
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Whip whip.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else, and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Slam.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Dun dun dun.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
Gonk. Clink clink.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Rah. Smash. Dun dun.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Huh.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Hiro looks so cute in this comic style. Ha.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Funk. Dun dun.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
Dun dun.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
This is a really convoluted case for one that I worked out so quickly. Fwah.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted.
Ha.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
Sha. Goose. Crash. Ha ha ha.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
But nice if Austin was still here, then I could see the Monty Python theory actually playing out.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Woof.
She gathered up the
Noom?
broken Monokuma bottle shards.
Oh,
and a
zoom.
clean chest piece.
Thought that was an N. She ran away and went, Noom!
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
She's made of tougher stuff than that.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Dun dun!
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
Gulp.
And there, she took her final breath.
So Hina didn't actually do anything apart from cover up the evidence. Dun
Later
dun.
on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Rah.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Crazy Makoto. Ha ha. Dot dot dot.
But
Dot.
someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Well, is tampering with evidence justification to execute her? Nab. Ta.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Tink.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate Toko in the top left panel there? She's just off in her own little world.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Oh my god, you could tell by the boobs on that. Just that it was a silhouette of Hina.
was you, Hina.
So is she going to be punished or not? I mean... Monokuma's not going to want a trial without a punishment, surely.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you're an arrogant bastard, Byakuya.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Snap, snap.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
The murder was to do with emotions, something you could never understand, Mr. Togami.
See? Didn't I tell you?
His name means "and paper," amongst other things.
When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Get bitten, son. And that's the trial, I think. Hey, 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 hey. Cool! I thought it would give me at least one B, but nope, I am a straight A student. And only 98 medals. Well, I guess that's like a 98, like that was 98% of the score I could have gotten, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
But what would they say? Because Hina tampered with the evidence, but it was Sakura who actually did the killing.
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote!
Grab your towels and let's all come together!
So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
A bee! A swarm of bees. I'll be interested how they rationalize this. Yeah. It was Sakura. She killed herself. Which is weird to look at, but, I mean, they're not wrong.
Okay. My entire existence!
What did you say? Come on.
Well, she wouldn't have... Well, she felt guilty that she couldn't save her, perhaps, or that she just didn't want to feel bad about it. She wanted to BoJack Horseman the entire case. In ancient Egypt, by the way. Still want to bring that one up. So it was a weird ploy to kill everyone. Nice.
You should have been the one to die.
Oh, so that's why that's a voice line.
What?
That's one hell of a ploy, but I applaud her for it.
What?
And Monokuma's gonna say, oh, but by that logic, you're gonna get executed.
What is this?
Oh, Austin, have you finally decided to join us again?
Huh?
Welcome back.
Hi.
Don't think we didn't notice.
How long have I been out?
The entire trial.
Oh. Cool.
So, what, were you just asleep?
I mean, if I'm not asleep right now, I'm very close to being asleep again.
Wake your ass up.
That, right?
So he did die, but just brain died rather than heart died.
Exactly. I like that.
No forgiveness! I
So,
can't
yep.
forgive this!
In case you missed it, we voted Sakura as the blackened, which was fun. But I'm interested to see how this is going to resolve itself, because Monokuma's going to want an execution. And Hina was the grey person in the climax interference.
But...
Hina. They're friends.
Oh, it's so sweet that she actually voiced that.
Why?
See, I liked her. Which is a shame.
What are you saying?
I mean, to be fair, Hiro did, like, act like an idiot. But then Toko just sort of did whatever, and then Byakuya was just distant. So it's everyone's fault.
Does that mean we all die?
Yay! I hope so. No, not really.
Why? Huh?
Hina. Hina.
Huh?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh yeah, we never actually established when she vomited blood.
Huh?
Some protein.
I mean, this would be the period where I would just love to find out, like, oh yeah, totally unrelated to the case entirely.
It was actually period. I mean, I don't know if he did. Like, maybe it was a double bluff. It felt like he had poisoned himself for a while, but I mean, to be fair, it was a small quantity, so he'll be fine. Oh, clearly, he travelled through time, took the poison from the trial, and then went back and vomited blood, because that's how time works in this game, apparently.
Please. Why?
I mean, he thought that he wasn't because the bottles had been switched around, and then everyone else thought he had, and then he said, no, I haven't, the bottles were switched. But then, because the glass in the bottle, that made it look like he poisoned himself, so I don't know, the game sort of lost me on its merry dance.
Why?
I mean, the reason why they blamed her is because she was a spy for Monokuma. Against her own will, but still. Also, you can tell by a text box, it's got to nighttime because of how long this trial's gone on.
Why?
I mean, that does make this attempted murder on Hina's part?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
What is this?
Oh, Monokuma, you're just a dick.
In other words, yes indeed.
What the heck?
What?
Of course.
Oh, right. No, never mind. Okay.
Yep.
So she will have written something for Monokuma because he will have twisted her arm into doing so. So I don't trust... I don't know.
Too bad. It's true.
How can we believe you there, sir?
Unbelievable. Well now, well now, well now, well now. Carrot. Boom, boom.
We spent the whole trial jerking each other around. Just stick a finger in there and wiggy, wiggy, wiggy.
Phew. Shing.
And?
What are you gonna do? Hey, hey! But hold on.
Enough already.
Yeah, Monokuma, get on with it, you anus.
Indeed.
As
Oh,
you
wow.
know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here. You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool. I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things. And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder. However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina,
Oh, she fell in love. That's cute.
my resolve began to weaken.
Well, maybe not. Good friends, anyway.
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's sad. Also, still ancient Egypt. Just throwing that one in there.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
It seems pretty tropical, as opposed to tropical, although pertaining to a trope. You know what I mean.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness. So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind. My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
This is so suspicious. Not suspicious. This is so tragic. How did I get those words mixed up? This entire game is both of those things.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
But I like how she wrote this like traditional Japanese style, even though she's writing a column, even though there's 3 columns to the other side, and like she's writing a letter she's already finished writing.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
I mean, that is a really good way of twisting the Mastermind's instructions to like still play to her own rules. So, well done, Sakura.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
Oh, so then Hina trying to make everyone die would sort of shit on that.
Whatever you think of
Good job,
me,
Hina.
please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Huh?
Well done, Hina, you fucked up.
No way!
Correct.
And you made it worse.
However,
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
Wow.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
I don't want to be a dick, but whom?
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
Yep, Hina, you were so wrong.
What are you gonna do? Uh-oh.
Hang on. Is all this trolling going to get Hina to attack him so she dies anyway? Because that would be delicious.
Too bad. Huh? Say what?
You know?
Well, that's actually really profound. Nice one, Makoto.
Well?
I mean, the stream title blames her.
What do you want? How strange. Hey!
No, our only enemy is Byakuya because he's a dick.
Phew!
Oh?
Huh?
Naturally. Don't make me repeat myself.
What?
You've stopped being a dick? I refuse to believe that.
It's all clear now.
He's gone full tsundere and it's adorable. And also, stealing Kyoko's words, by the way.
Hey,
Look, clearly the mastermind is Junko. We established that like 2 hours ago.
So the only thing left, the only thing left to prove at this point, from the painful list of predictions that have all come true.
Basically. That, and because of the Kubler-Ross model, that clearly means there's not even going to be a trial in the next chapter.
What the heck?
We're already kind of getting there though with this one, so I wouldn't be surprised.
What was that about PewDiePie shoving a banana up his rectum?
Yes.
Speak up, man.
Yes.
You want me to punish you guys?
What? But...
Wrong. Listen up. Yoo-hoo!
What?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Then he's not going to execute the corpses, because that would just be poor taste. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh dear. Oh no. That's bad. I'm surprised I didn't see this coming, really. That's excessive and also rip. But here's the thing, though. I mean, it is our fault for... How? It is our fault for leaving it in a place where it can be found, but... Surely... Surely she's had plenty of time to actually get into the school network, so... It's only the body that's died here, not the mind, if I'm thinking correctly.
Sounds about right.
Oh no!
Phew.
And he's going off for a cheeky Nando's.
So...
That was very unexpected.
But still...
Oh, right, yeah, Hard, it is to... Because, the developers of this game are, like, really picky, but only about the executions, so... Oh! Oh! The very first execution we saw in the opening of the game, that was probably the headmaster, wasn't it?
I'm gonna do my best.
And that's why she looked so serene in the execution. Fair enough.
What's the matter?
I mean, I guess that's what that is, but still. Isn't that what we all are at this point? Islands in the stream, but with AI.
Just as I thought.
Actually...
Yeah, I had a feeling.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I had a feeling that Monokuma would have found out. It seems a bit too obvious.
Yep. Phew. Hey,
I want to be able to help.
That's a shame. I was hoping that Alter Ego could impersonate more people. Like I said, though, surely he will have been able to infect the network somehow, so it just means that we can't contact Alter Ego anymore.
very nice. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Well? Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
Oh, good. There was a PS in the PP. I don't know what the PP is, but there's a PS.
Hello.
Hina.
Too bad.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is making me think things, and I will think some thoughts, and then tomorrow I will just flood Austin's Discord with a whole load of predictions, and they'll all come true.
You guys? Too bad.
What?
What?
Lol, you just got insulted by a note.
Well?
Well, she's just out of the simulation, clearly. Yeah, we sort of figured this out.
You.
Who?
Hey.
Well, surely you just need to find out by touching yourself in all of the places, and that will solve the mystery. The secret of the way to even before, the journey of over time and space. Shot us in the chest with a flaming arrow, and the quieter the fire gets, the sooner we die. Yes, and spoilers shall not be tolerated. Even though every prediction I've made has come true so far.
Yo,
Right down to the ancient Egypt thing, and we're still not over that.
but
Yes.
Oh, Hina.
Not possible. Stop talking.
Really? The only thing about the only thick thing about him is his social interaction capabilities. He deserves another slap. If you want him as your bae, you can keep him.
Sorry.
No, 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 no! Huh?
What did you say?
Oh, good. They're all fighting again already.
See.
Oh!
No, no, no!
Well then. Poor Sakura. It's already night time. Can't you read text boxes, Makoto? Ding dong, class announcement. Took even longer than before.
This is a school as such. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked.
Also, if you play it for yourself, then you
Entry
can
at that point
not
is
screw up the date
strictly
sequences as badly as I have.
prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Are you gonna get killed in your sleep, Makoto? Wake up, I'm gonna kill you with a knife, but the knife is a bomb. I go to use a gun, and another gun, and a badge, and a badge gun, and a gun badge. Vroom vroom ding dong. How did you get into my... Yes, it's on Steam.
Yes, it's me.
It's fairly expensive, so wait until sale season to get it. Because there's like a bundle that's got this and Danganronpa 2, and if you buy them together as a bundle, then it's cheaper than buying them separately, even when they're on sale. And it was about £20, so I think it's £22 for each game. In pounds, I don't know how much it is in euros. And, yeah. Oh, so you can afford that, but you can't afford to support me on Patreon. Yeah, I see how it is. No, but, by the way, patreon.com/TessHex, I need the money.
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Master Lockpick. She wants the D.
It's true.
Emergency D times.
Whew.
Wow. Well done, Makoto.
Hey. Correct.
I like how 3 AM still qualifies as time unknown. Never mind.
Makoto.
What do you got, girl?
So...
Yeah, AX is so mean.
Goodbye.
Oh good, we're gonna have some shady shit. Austin, are you still awake? Apparently not. Which is a shame, he's missing all of this Susan. Clearly we're gonna get halfway there and be murdered because we're out at night, even though Celeste was the one who enforced that rule. Oh, I don't know, Turtle T, I've never died, so... Shippy. Shipperific.
What's this?
Oh, we're not breaking in, we're testing the lock.
Hey! Unbelievable.
I like that. Stop being weird.
Just a second.
You too?
I mean, isn't that what Azerbaijan 2015 was about? There were wolves involved and someone staying up all night, something like that.
You guys?
It's true. Hey.
Oh, well, fair enough, Claude. I'm not going to question how you know that.
Shall we go?
Okay, we're leaving. That was very pointful.
Goodbye. Whew.
Well, she got something out of it, which I guess is useful.
Goodbye. Mukuro Ikusaba.
Bless you. Wingardium Leviosa.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
If my theory's true, she's already dead. Just throwing that one out there. Oh yeah. All-star apologies! Which is what Austin owes me for falling asleep twice in this stream. 7? Question mark. The counter went up. That's delightful. Delicious. Oof. Oof. That's heavy. Hey, I got the achievement for completing that chapter.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
And on that note, system and return to my menu. And so, that concludes this stream. But, Austin, if you're asleep, you're a disappointment to the universe. Yes, EX, you can go to bed. But in the meantime, for everyone else, I will do my goodbyes. Austin would also, if he was still here. So pardon me, I'm just gonna quit out of the game in the background here. But yeah, we have a name, and as I said, if I'm even remotely true about this Mukuro Ikusaba, then yeah, I think they may already be dead. Well, thank you, Total T. And Mary's asleep, and I kind of want to hold her up to the camera, so instead of doing that, I shall bring the camera to her, if I can. Come on, USB. Nope, you're not the right length. Okay, well, look. Cat. There you go. We'll just stare at her for a while. But yes, we shall see if, yes, every time I say goodbye. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm not abusive. So, anyway, next stream, I think, should be Monday, but we'll have to see if Austin is there and awake. So, I would want to hang around and see if he wakes up to say goodbye, but, oh, Mary's being so cute! So, I guess it falls to just me to say goodbye. So, thanks everyone for watching, and catch me when next you catch me. Meow.